my name is Jamie O'Brien, and I'm doing my presentation on socioeconomic student diversity. Diversity in the classroom opens up the students' and the teachers' minds to see what is really going on in this world. At a very young age, children begin learning basic vocabulary, and this normally will start at home. Between preschool and kindergarten, students who come from advantaged homes can know up to 15,000 more words than students that come from less advantaged homes. Children that cannot speak as clearly or as fluently as other students most likely come from a family who does not have many advantages. If this issue is not worked on, the child will most likely not do as well as other students throughout their school years. This is a quote from KAEFER that I found in my research. Although few studies have been examined, the role of background knowledge in preschool age children's comprehension development work with older children suggests a connection. Once children begin to read, if they don't have a background knowledge of the vocabulary that they're reading, they're not going to understand what it is that they're reading. The students with low economic backgrounds and their families may not have the help from their families at home like other students could. Trying to motivate these students may be hard, but it is very possible. Encouraging these students is the first key to their motivation. One-on-one teaching and learning will also help and is encouraged while you are teaching your children. Reading to the students can also help a lot. This gives them a chance to ask many questions, which we know young students love to do, ask a lot of questions. This gives them a chance to ask questions to broaden their vocabulary. Susan Carey invented a task in 1985 that assessed what vocabulary a child already knows. An example of this is the child is given two practice problems and they say, "This is a beagle. It is a kind of dog. Do you think that it barks?" And if the student answers correctly, they would say, "Yes, a dog barks." You want to give them positive feedback to that and make sure that they know that is correct, a dog barks. If the student does not do as well as other students in this experiment, they are going to be more interested in learning vocabulary and wanting to be as good as their other peers. Another issue is stress. A child who comes from a low economic family is more prone to be put under stress than other students. Whatever happens at home is usually going to come to school with them the next day. Some students may even have emotional and behavior problems from this stress. This is a quote from Jill Suttie. Researchers have found that the chronic stress of living in a chaotic, impoverished environment affects brain centers involved in the executive functioning, which controls things like attention, working memory, planning, reasoning, and inhibition. This quote basically speaks for itself. Students who are put under stress at home can't work or pay attention in the classroom as thoroughly as the others. Motivation is a very important factor for these students. You want to motivate these students to be the best that they can. You could motivate them by doing something more challenging than they are used to. This may push them to be a better student. When a teacher shows respect for the student, they are more likely to be motivated by it. Students will not be motivated by disrespect. The student wants to feel like they are a part of the learning community. Another major factor is parental involvement. When a student who has a low economic family, the parent may not be as involved. Working to make money for the family can be a main reason that these parents are not as involved. Parents who have a higher economic status are usually more involved because they do not have to worry about missing work to go to something for their kid or to help out with their kid. The low parent involvement could also come from the parent's education history. If a parent has not been educated correctly, has not gone to college, and they have not attended high school either, this plays a huge role in how well that they can help their child succeed. We should also motivate the parents. We want them to be as involved as they can. Even if a parent can just assist with homework or read a book, this would help the student succeed. Communication with the parents is also a major factor, and it is highly recommended. I've enjoyed researching this topic, and I hope that this has shown you a look into the differences of socioeconomic students. Student diversity is very important, and each child should know that they have a chance at learning just like everyone else. Thank you.